pestering them. And so there's our cat. You haven't seen our cat before.
Samson.
That's Samson.
Samson. Say
Hi,
hi.
Samson.
Samson.
Hey, over here.
Samson and Delilah.
Samson and Delilah.
Anyway.
Yep. And,
Flowers?
you know, I have to, my coffee, so.
Cat hair.
You know, it's the only beverage that I know of that when you take that slurp and go, it's so satisfying.
Yes.
It truly is God's nectar. Nectar of the gods, rather, or whatever you want to say. But yeah, no, I went out and picked lilacs.
My favorite. Oh, they smell so sweet.
Oh, Cat likes it. Ooh, Cat really does like it. Do you see the cat?
And the dog sniffing
And the dog,
cat.
and very pretty
Irises.
yeah, yellow and bearded, pretty.
Now those are going to need to leave this room because I am violently allergic to them. On with the show.
I forgot. Sorry. And hey, cat in the face. How nice is that? So we're obviously still waiting for people to kind of connect. You know, it's when we get back to whatever normal really is, we're about 4 minutes after 10. We start services at 10-ish. And when I say ish, that's the cat moving the chair, not something else. So we really start more of the quarter after ish. So gosh, we're not used to starting quite this early. So while Janice is getting rid of that and the cat is now in her chair, which she is going to have to move, of course, the chair was moving by itself because the cat was getting in.
Move your doggy self, please.
Anyway, about the only thing I have as far as t-shirts and sweatshirts is actually neither. I have novelty baby rompers. So one that is pink, of course, that says Daddy's Girl. One that's blue that says Mama's Boy. And one that's kind of a white that says Auntie Loves Me. And then my favorite, yellow, that's it. I'm going to Grandma's.
Because grandmas are awesome.
Grandmas are awesome. I don't know. I know my grandpa was probably the same way that I am. You know, people don't really remember us all that much, but they always remember grandmas. Grandmas are always special.
We bake cookies.
That's one reason. Yep.
We color and paint.
Yep. It's true.
Some grandpas do weird stuff with their kids. They're like,
speaking of cooking, I did some this week. I made fish tacos. I've never done that before.
I don't really like fish tacos. They were good.
I liked them. They turned out really well.
Salmon fish tacos.
Yeah, I mean cilantro and all kinds of good stuff in there. But anyway.
And you made your own omelet for the first time last week.
I did. And my birthday cake. I helped a lot on that.
He separated the eggs. I couldn't watch.
She couldn't watch. Ooh, she was getting all icky about that kind of stuff. So 12 eggs in an angel food cake.
Yeah.
Gluten-free. So all homemade, obviously.
There's a cat. It has to be.
There's a cat. Hi, cat. Okay, a couple patron saints. We're just kind of killing a little bit of time here for a couple minutes. We do have a couple patron saints by the name of John Lennon and George Carlin.
Yay, George and John.
And this is still weird without having an audience that does things. And, you know, when they laugh at a joke, I know I've probably done okay. And when they groan, I know it's a groaner. Of course, I usually know that anyway. But anyway.
It doesn't stop you.
I know it doesn't. So John said, why in the world are we here? Surely not to live in pain and fear. Why on earth are you there? When you're everywhere, come get your share.
We're here, we're there, we're everywhere. So beware.
So beware.
Mighty Mouse.
Yeah. For you young people, look it up, what Mighty Mouse is. So, and George, I have as much authority as the Pope. I just don't have as many people believe it. It's true.
True.
You know what?
Oh, bless you. See, you're allergic to that
I started
too.
all of a sudden. It's like, why is that in my nose? So, yeah, I guess it is kind of strong, isn't it? So.
They smell really pretty, and they're very pretty.
They do.
But they live in the yard, not in the house. I'm glad
And just nice sayings. And you know, this is one of those ones that a lot of us have said most of our lives and don't really think much of it, but actually I think it's kind of cool. You can't make an omelet without breaking eggs.
Nor an angel food cake.
Well, true. Yeah. But the point is, you can't sometimes have anything that's really nice without going through some crappy stuff or breaking something.
I had a crappy day yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, don't have one today.
Well, we'll talk about that, how to overcome that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When? Like here in a minute?
Yeah, here in a minute.
Oh, okay, good.
So stay tuned.
Okay. The most I can do for my friend is simply to be his friend. Henry David Thoreau. And Benjamin Franklin, haste makes waste. Probably heard that one
Ain't
before.
that the truth?
But Victor Hugo, I like this one. The greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved. Loved for ourselves, or rather, loved in spite of ourselves.
Oh, amen to that.
So, and
Amen to that.
fortunately for me, it's in spite of myself. So thank you.
You're welcome. I love you, Phil.
It's going to be 75 degrees today, sunny, hopefully no wind.
By the way,
should
it's
be a
Phil's
gorgeous
birthday.
day. It is my birthday.
Happy birthday, Phil.
Thank you. I'm too old.
No, he's
So, well, I'm pretty old. Okay, where the heck am I?
I don't know.
Okay. Pocket all your knowledge with your watch, and never pull it out unless the company desires it. In other words, yeah.
Put a lid on it.
Put a lid on it. Nothing is more terrible than ignorance in action. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, 1749. That was a long time ago.
Is that you never know what's really ignorance, because my opinion of ignorance may be different than your opinion of ignorance.
And time will tell which is true.
Amen.
Oh.
So,
the radical invents the views. I like this one. I have never heard this one. This is Mark Twain. The radical invents the views. When he has worn them out, the conservative adopts them. That is like, 1835, Mark Twain. So there you go. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Sure.
It doesn't matter whether I agree with it or not. It's interesting to go,
Yeah, it's a Yeah, you bring that out in people. People look at you and go, all the time.
I know. Well, you do that to me too.
Certainly do.
Ravens are kept in the Tower of London. And according...
There's another
there you go. And according to myth, the British throne will fall if they leave. Not surprisingly, the British government clips the ravens' wings to prevent them from flying away.
One way to make it happen, I guess.
Yeah, that's one way to make it happen. Last week I mentioned about houses with thatched roofs, and back in the 1500s, and how we got the term "it's raining cats and dogs." Well, here's another one that you may not have known. Based on all of that, there was nothing to stop things from falling into the house. This posed a real problem in the bedroom where bugs and other droppings could mess up a nice clean bed. Ew. Hence, a bed with big posts and a sheet hung over the top afforded some protection. That's how canopy beds came into existence. And now you know.
So. Do you care?
Probably not, but it was worthwhile.
It was worth knowing.
Okay. This is kids' science answers. And this is the last of them, so you'll never hear any of these again. So there you go.
2 years from now when he goes through it again.
Well, but this was 2007 that I did these last. So we've been doing this a long time. Name a major disease associated with cigarettes. Premature death. Kids. How are the main parts of the body categorized? The body is consisted into three parts: the brainium, the borax, and the abdominal cavity. The brainium contains the brains, and the borax contains the heart, lungs, and the abdominal cavity contains the 5 bowels: A, E, I, O, and U. Biggie.
That's hilarious.
What is the fibula? A small lie. Of course. What does varicose mean? Nearby.
The varicose vein is nearby.
Give the meaning of the term cesarean section. Answer: the cesarean section is a district in Rome. What does the word benign mean? Benign is what you will be after you be 8. And actually, these are out of the newspaper because it was a big article on laughter and how truly medicinal laughter can be, which is why we do this. It isn't because I like to tell stupid jokes. I mean,
although you may.
Although I guess I may. I don't know. But it really is to try to get people to be calm, relax, forget their week, so that hopefully they can hear Janice with a really good message.
Because when we're all spun up about stuff, we can't hear anymore. We're just trapped in our own experiences. But laughter breaks us free. Mm-hmm. So laughter is this wonderful thing.
If you're hearing this odd sound, Janice has this
dog bone.
No, it's not a delivered dog bone. It's a lamb. I mean a horn off an animal. Goat horn. It's a goat horn. But the dog loves chewing on it, and so there you go. So that's what you're hearing right now.
Rather chew than bark.
Yeah, true. Women talking to their friend. I just burned 2,000 calories in 20 minutes.
Ooh,
yeah, how'd you do that? She burned the brownies in the oven. What does a grape say when you step on it? Nothing.
It whines.
It just lets out a little whine. She does it again. She does it again. So. What's the cat doing? Can you see the cat? Good grief.
Well, I can sit back now.
Yeah, you can sit back now. Okay. How did the organic vegetable die? Natural causes. Okay. And to end this whole thing,
please,
none too soon, a kindergarten teacher gave her class a show and tell assignment. Each student was instructed to bring an object that represented their religion to share with the class. The first student got up in front of the class and said, "My name is Benjamin, and I am Jewish, and this is a Star of David." The second student got up and said, "My name is Mary. I'm a Catholic, and this is a rosary." The third student got up in front of the class and said, "My name is Tommy. I'm a Baptist, and this is a casserole." There you go. And that's true. We used to have potlucks that were lacking.
The very first ones were. Lately, oh my
God. For years now, we have had wonderful cooks, wonderful bakers. So if nothing else, we have to start going back to the church services so that we can eat. So
potlucks.
Need potlucks. Barbecues, potlucks.
And fun stuff.
And good cups of coffee.
Yeah, more coffee. So what now? What are we doing now?
I'm leaving.
You're leaving me?
I'm leaving you so you can do your stuff. Do your thing, Lynch.
Am I ready for this?
Nope. But you're never ready. And you know, and that's funny. That speaking of that, you know, and I know we don't do it here, but at church, I mean, we're at the back when we're playing our Jesus is Just All Right with me for our opening song, and we're back there trying to get our heads straight, get into the right attitude, try to do.
It's okay.
There goes the cat. There goes the dog. Welcome to home. And Lila, hello.
Stop it.
Thank you. And we're trying to get ourselves ready for services. Here, we just come in, hit the button, and go.
Here we are.
Here we are. Goodbye. Here's Janice.
Thanks, I think. So, I had kind of a rough day yesterday. I want to tell you about that. Because I think some of you have been having rough days too, have you not? And that's just part of what we're going through right now. And I have some tools and techniques to help you with that. Because that's just, whether we have crisis going on or not, we all have good days, bad days. We all have times when we're, did you get signed out there, Phil? Okay, he's got it. When we're struggling, and that struggling is just part of the process, but we don't have to get stuck in it. So I have some things I want to share with you about that. First part of this week, I sent out an email to everybody on the Divine Fellowship email list. If you want to be on that email list, you can private message me on janice@janicelynch.com, and I'll get you put you on that email list. You get a copy of what's going on, heads up, updates, and there's usually a little blurb from the ancient ones on that, so you might want to be interested in that. But anyway, so I always have a title for the upcoming week. Well, I don't know what we're going to talk about. So what I heard was the word amazing. So I asked amazing and heard amazing again. So I typed in amazing as the title for this week's message. So as of last evening, about 6 o'clock-ish, I'm like, I got nothing. And that's not the only time that's ever happened, but it's a little disconcerting because I want to prepare. I want to be ready for you. I want to give good information for you. So I sent an email out to the Divine Fellowship Board of Trustees, and I said, oh, you got a laughter here?
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Phil is getting domesticated from Mary.
Phil is getting domesticated from Mary. Oh, because he's cooking? Yeah. He's still a heathen. I don't know what to say. So anyway, sent an email out to the Board of Trustees, and I asked for prayers because I got nothing. And it's not like I haven't been open. It's just nothing has really come through. So I said, I'm just walking in faith here. And so one of the board members got back and said, May actually said, maybe that's the message. And I think it is. I think it's walking in faith, even when you don't have the answers, even if you don't know. And I think that's where we're all at right now, is we're just walking in faith. Well, what does that mean? What does that entail? And then how does the word amazing apply to that? Well, so I prayed about that some more and kind of got some more information. And this last week, I had done a private session with a few people, and we did talking to people on the other side. And so it was really important for us to realize that people on the other side, those that have gone before us, our ancestors, are here helping us and supporting us and wanting to be an encouragement to us, that they still love us and that there's bigger things and more important things than the stress that we're under right now. So it's important to have that kind of background. So I still hadn't had any additional information, but I felt this presence, divine presence of praying, and I felt the presence of ancestors, knowing that I'm not alone, and that there's this field of energy of love and light to support me. So as I was falling asleep, all of a sudden the word amazing flashed, and then I got insights as to what that means and how to bring that information to you into a usable tool for you. So I'm pretty excited to share that information with you. Before we get started on that, I'd like to open with a prayer. This is from our little prayer book, Prayers and Gratitudes. If you want an online version of that, it's free online. If you want to go to thedivinefellowship.com and look it up. There's a whole section of free ebooks, and it's in that. This one is, excuse me. This one is a prayer for faith, because I think that in what we're experiencing in our lives right now, faith is really, really important, and I think we're struggling to know what faith is and how to utilize it. So here's a prayer for faith. Loving Father of light, I don't know anymore. I don't know what's real from what is other people's expectations. I just don't know how to trust anymore. I don't know what to feel or what to believe. I'm longing for truth. I'm yearning for a knowing and a sense of assurance. Help me find my way into faith, a lasting faith, a real faith. Help me to know truth. In the name of truth, may it be so. Amen. And here's our gratitude. I'm grateful for the light of love that brings me a new faith, a new trust, and a new way of being. And I hope that's what we can engender today in our experience with amazing. So let's chat a little bit about amazing. So each of the letters of amazing represent a concept. Pardon me. And what I was led to do was start at each end as bookends, the A and the G together, and then the next letters, and then leaving the Z as the central point and the lead off point to our meditation today. So the A, excuse me, the A and the G in the word amazing relate to awakening and God. So God, higher power, all that is, whatever that is for you, however you describe that, there is a presence that is greater than ourselves that can and will help us if we just ask. And the really cool thing about that is that we don't have to have everything that's necessary of our own. We can be gifted. Jesus said in John 14:27 that he leaves with us his peace. Not our peace, but his peace. So his peace is far more peaceful than anything I can imagine. So if I'm feeling distressed and anxious, I can ask, I can tune into that divine source and ask for peace on a higher level than I can manufacture on my own. And it's gifted to me. How cool is that? That's wonderful. In Matthew 7:7, Jesus talks about ask and it shall be given, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened. This is about looking for it. That's the awakening part. Looking for it. Awaken, wake up. If we're in fear and anxiety, we're not awake. I mean, our eyes may be open and we may be moving through our life, but we're not spiritually awakened. The spiritual awakening that we're looking for is this peaceful energy that Jesus brought to us and his innocence. When we move into that state of innocent awareness, then we're beyond being flitterpated about stuff. I know that's a technical term, flitterpated. You may use that if you'd like. When we're flitterpated about stuff, we're not awakened. We're stuck in the mental loop of anxiety and stress and fear. And guess what we do? That's just part of the process. Some of us are waking up in the middle of the night and for no reason and just having trouble going back to sleep. Just notice that. Realize that you have been awakened out of sleep so you can become awakened spiritually. Perfect opportunity to pray. Perfect opportunity to engage in this spiritual peacefulness, to engage in the search for truth. Because when we're in that state of being in that truthfulness, truth of it, there's peace. So it doesn't matter what's going on in the world around us. We can find peace in this moment, no matter what. No matter what. And that's what we're called to do. That's awakening, open curiosity. Okay, so I'm awake. Our first response is, oh my gosh, something's terrible because I'm not sleeping all night. No, it's just you're awake. So wake up spiritually. Maybe this is a time for you to ponder spiritual things, not worry. Worry does not do anything for us. Worry is a prayer in reverse. Worry is a prayer in reverse. So whatever you're worried about, your prayers can't fix. Your prayers can't reach because you've set up this barrier for it. So moving out of worry and fear and stress and moving into this state of awakened awareness. An awakened awareness that we're not alone. We have the host of our ancestors to assist us and divine source that's here to assist us, and noticing that. Now moving forward, the letter M and the letter N. So M is about miracle moments and N is about notice. So noticing miracle moments. Well, what's a miracle moment? A miracle moment, a miracle moment is when you're just in awe. Whether that's the first time you see a baby's face, you look at the baby and you look in its eyes and it's just sweet. That's a miracle moment. Phil and I were outside the other day and the weather was nice enough at that point. We were kind of just resting, kicking back in our lawn chairs, and both of us looked up and there were 4 hawks.
Never seen that.
Never had seen that before. 4 hawks circling and dancing around amongst each other. I don't know if it was a territorial thing or if it was mom teaching her kids to hunt. I don't know what the deal was. There were 4 hawks flying above us. It was just inspirational.
And the birds quieted down quickly.
And all the little birdies are going, quiet. So those miracle moments allow us an experience beyond this physical realm. Now, was it a miracle that there are birds in the air, hawks flying? No. Was it a miracle there were 4? Well, that's pretty unusual. The fact that it was straight overhead was profound for us. And hawks to us have a spiritual significance of being able to see, being able to have perception, being able to notice things. So this is giving us the ability to notice and see beyond the physical, what's being presented to us, and see the spiritual aspects of that. So having that experience was thrilling, and we could notice that. When I was really struggling years ago before film, and I was just barely functioning, I brand new in the workforce, had a kid that was struggling and all that sort of thing. Ended up going to a chiropractor because my neck was just killing me. Pardon me. And I was pretty stressed out. And the chiropractor, bless his soul, he said, "How many windows are in this room?" And I went, I don't know. I had to stop and count. There were 3 windows in the room. And it's okay. And what color are the walls? Well, they're kind of a blue-green. And yeah, now how are you feeling? Better. By noticing my physical world, my stress level went. So by noticing what's here, present, here and now, allows that stress level to vanish, allows that stress level to totally neutralize. And how is that possible? Because the part of us that is caught in stress is this cyclic energy, frantic stuff. But noticing truth takes us out of that and puts us into this space of peace. Remember this peace I leave with you. This peace comes from noticing. And when you notice the simple things that are already here, then the miracles can happen and you can be aware of those and notice those. Back to the 4 hawks, Phil was laying down, eyes closed. I was laying down, eyes closed. Why we both opened our eyes at that moment and watched this display of hawks, I don't know, because they weren't making any noise. It was a miracle moment. And those are the things that we get to pay attention to and notice. But noticing the world that we're in allows us to break free from the anxiety and stress so that we can notice those miracle moments. And there'll be more of them. And more miracle moments come. And when you have those miracle moments, they become this anchor point for your soul. Now, if you don't have any miracle moments, then chat with other people, send a message to other people, and ask them what their miracle moments are.
Get outside.
Get outside.
Go
Find
to
it.
the park,
Find a
go to
miracle
the-
moment outside. The thing is that you don't have to generate them or wait for them. Just know that you can share with somebody else, because if someone shares their miracle moment with you, they're encouraged, they're uplifted, they're moving into the state of peace. They're moving into this state of faith, and you're uplifted as well. We share together. We have this community that is imperative for us to utilize. And in moments where we can't have that connection with people socially like we have in the past, it's imperative to find these miracle moments that we can share with one another on a deeper level. Next letters are A and I. Affirmations and inspiration. Let me tell you about affirmations, because affirmations cracks me up. Sorry, I make myself funny. So sometimes I don't make myself funny, but I find myself funny. Well, maybe I make myself funny. I don't know. I make myself laugh because
I'm over
find,
here making funny faces going, what?
hence my humor. Sometimes we try to tell ourselves an affirmation that's BS. Everything's fine. Everything's not fine, people. I'm fine. In this moment, I'm okay. In this moment, I'm doing well. But if I just go, la, 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 everything's just fine, I don't see any problems, you're bullshit-o-meter pegs, and you don't have access to the truth of it. So find an affirmation that's true for you, even though there's stressful things going on, even though I had a rough night's sleep last night, I'm okay in this moment. That's truth. And that's an affirmation that can anchor your soul and give you strength and give you power to get through the next few moments. Because usually all we have to do is write it out. It's like a storm, write it out. And what we do to write it out is disengaging from the storm. It's like being inside a very nice, warm, comfortable home, and you're looking out the window and there's a storm outside. Oh, look, there's a storm outside. I'm not in it. I can remove myself from that storm front and stay safe and find sanctuary within. So whatever's going on in your world, find that inner sanctuary and speak the truth of that to yourself. If you speak a lie to yourself, yourself is going to go, nope. And it's not going to serve you. It's not going to uplift you. And you're wondering why your affirmations aren't working. It's because they're not your truth. Find your truth and live with that. And when you're in your truth, that's where inspiration can approach you. That's when inspiration can come to you. And that's when you can read an inspiring book or something and feel the inspiration. Otherwise, it's just words on a page. It's just words on a page. So allow yourself to be in this state of being where you can speak the truth to yourself in this awakened state of awareness, and then allow those inspirations to come to you. Because if you're noticing still, if you're still in that noticing and expanded awareness that we're talking about, that's connected to divine source, all kinds of inspirations can come to you. And they can come to you in unexpected places, like words of a song that just happens to be playing on the radio at exactly that same time. That makes sense? Our friend just happens to post something on Facebook that's hilarious and you get a laugh out of that. So those moments can happen when we're in a state of attentive awareness, when we're speaking the truth to ourselves in our affirmations, and then the inspiration can manifest itself. Which leads us to the last letter, which is the Z. Zoom, 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 zoom. So there's a process that I do. It's probably a 3-hour workshop that I call Shaman's Journey. And it's where we take our focus and we zoom out, expansive, very expansive awareness. And then we zoom back into ourselves, into our awareness, into our body. And we pay attention to that. And that outward expansion and then the moving back in, we're zooming in and zooming out. And that allows us the opportunity to shift our focus from a worry and a fear and a stress into perception, into this expanded awareness. So let's see, how's our time doing? We're doing really well. So what I'd like for us to do is I'd like to do a meditation to take you into that Zoom process just briefly. When we do our Wednesday thing, Phil and I just started a Wednesday thing this last week. I think the title that we'll come up with is Wednesday Wisdoms. That seems to be catching a lot of attention on Facebook. People are liking that one. Thanks, Dan. So when we do the Wednesday thing, we may get into this a little more deeply. But for now, I just want to do a brief expression of that.
Do I do communion first? Or?
Yeah, I think we should do communion first. But I also want to read to you what the ancient ones have to say about it, about the amazing energy. So there's a little book, Messages from the Ancient Ones. Let me know if you want a copy of that. That's not a free online yet. Maybe down the road. Excuse me. This one from the Ancient Ones is entitled Your Sacred Path. Your sacred path is neither a destination nor an experience for which you must quest. Nor is it something which you aspire to do later or when you're ready or after this problem or when I can get back on track. You are on your sacred path right now. Everything you do, think, feel, or say applies to this path. Everything. Every single thing. Whether you feel sacred about it or not is just a perception. Are you doing your best? That, dear one, is a sacred act. Are you being mindful? That, dear one, is a sacred perception. Do you feel like you're oblivious and lost? That too is a sacred perception that allows you to shift and make changes. Sacredness is not something for which one aspires, but is actually the experience of living. Life is a sacred thing, is it not? Don't you anguish when a small animal is mistreated? You too, your life is sacred as well. Not because you're helpless, but because you're divinely lit with radiance of mercy, kindness, and joy. Bask in this light, dear one. Bask in the sacredness of now. Bask in the experience of being in and on your sacred path in this very moment. We honor you in this. Your sacred path is here, it's now. When we're tied up and locked up in fear, our sacred path we're oblivious to it. It's still there. We're still on it. We're just oblivious to it. So what I'm asking you to do is to step your awareness into this expansive awareness state of being where you can notice the world around you, notice yourself in a sacred perspective. A few months ago, Cheryl Webb did a message. It's a good day to have a good day. It's a good day to have a good day. You can choose to have a good day. You can choose to be worried and afraid, or you can choose to have a good day. It's within your power to do. So let's do communion. Can you get over here, Mr. Phil?
I hope so.
The dog is right under his chair.
Oh my word. Yeah. Literally under my chair, chewing and gnawing. Oh my gosh. Can I get in here?
I don't think you can.
I'll make it.
Okay, I'll move my feet.
Oh my gosh. Good grief. Hi.
Now she moves.
Now she moves. Yeah. I couldn't have moved her before. By the way, Beth, thanks so much for posting the thing about the prayer book. That's great with the leg.
Oh, she's awesome.
I know.
Thanks,
I know.
Okay, communion. This is like treasure, because with this we can link to that sacred innocence that Jesus did his whole life. Not one thing did he ever do from a place of ego or self-grandizement. He just did everything for the highest and best good. And we can tap into that when we partake of communion. So whether you have communion supplies or not, join us in your awareness. Join us in the sacredness of your mind.
Thank you.
And join us in prayer. Loving Spirit of Light, thank you for guiding us and bringing us back to our awareness, back to this moment. Bless us with inspiration and miracle moments. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Unleavened bread.
Gluten-free.
Gluten-free. Who knew?
A little stale.
Well, stale.
A little dry.
Hurry up. Grape juice. Hurry.
Would you join us in prayer, please?
And there we go, being sacrilegious again.
Loving the Spirit of
I can
Light.
feel Catholic priests rolling their eyes. Sorry.
Heck, we're rolling our eyes.
We're rolling our eyes, yeah. True.
Prayer. Loving Spirit of Light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life, all of it, and help us drink it in with a perspective of innocence, joy, and peace. Engender within us a new faith, a new journey. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you. You want me to leave again?
No, but you might want to because
Okay.
you'll fall asleep sitting there.
That's
won't you?
true. Yeah, not a pretty picture.
So for our meditation, I want to just briefly do this Zoom process for you, this shaman's journey. Pardon me. I'm sorry. Coffee. To set this up, when I was, I think, fourth grade or so. My brother came home from school. We're hanging out in the backyard. He was doing his thing. I was doing my thing. And he said something about Australia, learning about Australia. And I said, where's Australia? Thinking it was like somewhere in the United States. And he said, well, it's on the other side of the earth. And the moment he said that, I saw Ayers Rock, which is Uluru, the big rock in Australia. And I had never seen pictures of Australia before. I didn't know anything about it. But I felt that, and I felt it all the way through the earth. And it was mind-blowing. Just blew me away. So I go in the house, and my mother looks at me like, you okay? What's going on? And I said, oh, I just saw Australia, and it's like wiped me out. I'm exhausted. I gotta go lay down. She went, okay, I'll call you when it's time for dinner. My poor mother, she had no idea what to do with me. So
Never did.
And that's okay. So the shaman's journey is being able to perceive on this expanded level. So I had this shamanic experience at a pretty young age. I had no idea what that was all about. So what I'm going to lead you through is kind of this expansive awareness to lead you to that. Because when you can have that expanded awareness, then all of a sudden the truth of who you are is evident. Not only are you a small piece of the cosmos, you're a giant piece of the cosmic jigsaw puzzle. You're a significant piece of all that is this journey called life. And when we have that experience, then the world is never the same. So what I'm going to take you through today will be just a taste of that. And maybe we can delve further into it another time. But I want you to have a taste of this, because a taste of this is going to grant you the spiritual significance, the spiritual expansive awareness that's going to fortify your soul through trying times. Make sense? So it's really important for you to get centered, get into your core of your being, and just get relaxed and just be here. Wherever you are, just be here. And the first thing I want you to do is being in your heart space. Now notice the room around you. Notice if there's anything in this room that's the color green. In this room, I've got the tapestry is green. The picture has green in it. The plant is very green. Where's my plant? I'm trying to point backwards for myself. So just notice green in your room, in your space. And notice that as you're noticing the color green, maybe there's no color green in your space. Notice red. Notice blue. Notice a color and pay attention to that. My little angel over here is got some red in it. So just notice that. And when you notice that, when you notice your circumstances, the situation that you're in this neutral place, this place of innocence, no judgment, no fear, no trauma, you center and you become aware. You become awakened. And in that awakened state, your awareness, your understanding of life expands. So now gently, if you have not already, gently close your eyes and just be in this moment and know that you're here. And notice the bottoms of your feet. There are energy portals at the bottoms of your feet, and I'd like you to open them. Just notice that they're there, and you can. And they kind of open like the eye of a camera. And as they open, this allows you to feel the earth beneath your feet. Now you're probably indoors, so there's probably a floor, carpeting or flooring, and then there's the foundation of the building that you're in, depending on whether you're on the top floor or the bottom floor.
Concrete.
Feel what's underneath there. Feel the energetic structure of that. And then feel beneath that and feel the earth beneath that. Okay? And as you're sensing into that earth, just notice that it's there. Again, noticing is an extremely spiritually powerful tool. Now bring your attention to the top of your head. And there's an energy portal there. And as you open that, you become more aware of your divine connection, of your spiritual connection. Become more aware of that divine sacredness that is available to you. And as you become aware of that, there's energy portals over the top of your head, and you can access whichever one feels right to you today. Maybe it's a blue portal, or a golden portal, or white, or iridescent, or gold, copper, silver, blue. Whatever comes to your mind or feels as a preference for you, you can choose a preference. Whatever you choose as a preference for yourself has significance for you. So allow yourself to connect in with that. And as you do, that living light of love pours down into your head and will touch your mind and displace any fear, any sorrow, any loss. Displaces the stress if you allow it. You don't have to allow it. You can hang on to the stress and the fear and all of that if you'd like. But if you'd like to release that and let it go, this just displaces it. It transforms it. It's no longer there for you. And what remains is this peace that is a gift. It's beyond your comprehension. You don't have to manufacture it. It's a gift. You do get to allow it. So allow yourself to receive that gift of the perception of peace and allow that to sit in your mind. And then allow that gently, gently, gently to fall into your heart space and hold that peace in your heart space. And just be at peace. Just be here with that. And now allow this peaceful awareness to flow down into the earth beneath your feet. Your awareness isn't locked into your mind. Your awareness is far greater than your mind alone. So allow this awareness now to go into the earth. And allow this awareness to be aware of all of the rocks around you, in the dirt, in the substrate beneath your feet. Allow yourself to feel all those rocks. Now allow your awareness to expand out even further, to zoom out even further, to be aware of the closest mountain range. What's the closest mountain range to you? Allow your awareness to reach out and touch that. You're still here in your body, but your awareness can expand out into that mountain range. Notice how strong it feels. Notice how centuries that has stood there. Notice its strength and its power. Does it feel cold? Does it feel warm? Just notice. There's power in the noticing. And now bring your awareness, zoom your awareness back up through your feet, back into your heart space. And then from your heart space, notice your own bone structure. Notice your bones. Feel how strong they are, how they allow you to sit erect, how they protect your skull, protects your brain, how your bones allow you to use your strength. And notice how that strength of your bones supports your entire system. And now bring gratitude into your bones. Be grateful for them. Be grateful that they're here to support you. Effortlessly, they're here. They're just part of who you are. But notice them with deep, deep awareness and deep, deep appreciation. And now bring your awareness back into your heart space. And from your heart space now, notice that there is a spiritual gift that's being given to you. It'll register in your heart space, whether it's a word, a thought, a feeling, or a symbolic object. So just be with that for a moment and see what materializes for you. I'm going to give you 3 suggestions. Maybe you'll get something different. First suggestion, just notice, see how it feels, see if it feels right for you. First one is a crystal. Second one is a feather. And the third one is a plant or a flower. So a crystal, a feather, or a plant or flower. Which of those resonates with you? That is your spiritual gift, gifted to you in this moment, into your awareness. Or perhaps you've received something else. So with gratitude, receive that and notice it. Allow it to be there. And from that same space of gratitude and appreciation now, create for yourself a gift you would like to give to the universe. What would you like to give? Healing energy? A song? A smile? Creativity? Whatever your gift might be, whatever gift is brought into your awareness is something that is significant for you spiritually. So allow yourself to give that gift and send it out into the universe. Send it, open your heart space and send it out. Allow it to be delivered into the universe. And the universe will use it as necessary, as needed, as is appropriate. And now, with your attention in your heart space, filled with gratitude, filled with peace, allow yourself to gently close the bottoms of your feet and allow yourself to just bring your awareness of that crown chakra, bring it not completely closed, but allow it to just be open a bit, but not totally open because there's functioning that you want to do during the day. And having it too wide open is distracting. So it's more of a meditative significance and best served in that way. You're always connected to divine source. So with that, you might want to take a deep breath in. Really center back into your awareness, opening your eyes as you feel comfortable. I want to put your hands on your heart space and just feel a piece of that. Even though you're awake and you're aware, you can still hold that energetic structure of peace within your being and know that you can recall it at any time. So thank you for that. And Mr. Phil, if you have any questions or comments about your guided meditation, I'm going to go through the 3 gifts. And if you have any additional questions, send them in and Phil will translate them for me. So if you received a crystal, again, depending on the color of the crystal, that will have significance for you as well. But a crystal is about having spiritual structure. So you're being called to create for yourself spiritual structure. So part of what brings anxiety to us is everything's up in the air. We don't know how are things going to fall out, what it's going to look like. We don't know. So creating spiritual structure for yourself. So when I awaken, I get a drink of water and I pray. When I have breakfast, I meditate. Or when I'm at such and such a time, I'm going to do some Qigong. Or at such and such a time, I'm going to do a guided meditation. Find a guided meditation online.
Routine. Creating
this spiritual routine for yourself so that you can call that back into your awareness every day. It will create a structure and a support system for you. So create something that is routine for you that will bless you. Okay, so that's the energy of the crystal. And depending on the color of the crystal, could give you more information about what that might look like. The second one was a feather. Okay, so this is about expansive awareness, about noticing. So this is asking you to take time to notice. And again, that can be part of your spiritual structure as well. But this is about noticing nature, being aware on a higher level from a higher perspective. Just like the 4 hawks in the air, were from a higher, they were way up there. So your perception, your perspective gets to be an ascended perspective. So you're not looking at things from this place of despair and disdain and expectations that will never be met. And nobody's ever going to live up to what you think things should be. But if you get this higher perspective, then that gives you the opportunity to look at things in a different way. Gives you the opportunity to look at things from a place of peace. So shifting your perception, that will grant you opportunity to do that more easily. So if you think about a feather, I have a feather up here. So just ponder feathers. It's light, it's effortless. They keep you uplifted.
No.
No, this is a turkey feather. I think it was from Beth. I think this is one of Beth's turkey feathers. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. What was our third one? Crystal, feather. What was the third one? Spaced it. Anybody have the third one? Anybody remember what that is? Because it's gone. Okay, well, let's just see if it comes back. Not yet. Crystal, a feather. Wow, that was just vanished.
Didn't write it down.
Okay. Well, it is what it is. I'll have to watch the video again to find out. Any questions about anything so far?
Yeah, Joe said she was given a little frog and gave the gift of strength and courage.
Oh, a little frog. I love it. So a little frog is about a leap of faith. And it doesn't have to be this grand, giant, huge leap of faith. Just a leap of faith. Do the next right thing. Do the next right thing with faith. And this faith is about that knowing that you're connected, knowing that you're guided, knowing that you're blessed with this sacred awareness. And she gave strength and courage. Wonderful. Because that's what faith is all about, is strength and courage. And it's, you just need just enough to take the next right step. You don't have to worry about way down the road, just the next right thing. Okay? Thank you, Joe.
Colina was given a golden bat and gave a humming sound.
A golden bat and a humming sound. A golden bat. So I'm assuming this is like a baseball bat rather than a golden bat. So this is about hitting a home run. And the golden bat is about value. So you've got the tools, you've got the power. It's about finding the structure, finding your stride, finding your swing, and following through. So whatever you've started, follow through. Whatever commitment you've made to yourself, follow through. That's the golden bat. And only if it's valuable to your soul. If it has no value to your soul, don't do it. Set it aside. And then what did she give? What did she?
A
humming sound. Okay, so this is, whatever sound that was, this is a vibration. So you're setting out into the universe this vibration. So the vibration of following through, of being true to yourself, following through on what you've committed for yourself from your heart space, that's the energy you're sending out into the universe. As you do what you came here to do, as you come from your heart space, you inspire others. So do the deed. Do the deal.
Oh,
yes.
Susan reminded you it was a plant or a flower.
Oh, plant! Thank you, Susan. Why that vanished, I have no idea. It was just gone. So again, depending on whether it was a plant or a flower, and what kind of plant or flower may have some additional significance to you, but the energy of the plant and the flower is the ability to grow. Now is the time to grow. And you grow by nourishment. You grow by sunlight. So put yourself in divine light as often as possible and nourish yourself with good food. Nourish yourself with good insights. Nourish yourself with positive, inspiring words. Those are very powerful for you. I have some little plants on my windowsill. Some little Christmas cactus. I got a yellow one and a red one, and then this little baby, and I have no idea what it is, but it's not growing very well. And then I noticed, oh, it's not in the sun. So I moved it over and put it where it could get some sunlight. When it was just all foggy and gray in the wintertime, it didn't matter. But now that there's sun out there, it's going to get some sunlight. And so it will grow. So as you stand and allow yourself to be in the light of love, divine love, where there's all love all the time, then this allows you to grow spiritually. So whatever that looks like for you, just noticing you're in the presence of that love. I hate to tell you, but that's prayer. You don't have to have fancy words. You don't have to have a prayer book. You don't have to have any set way of doing it. Just notice the light of love shining down on you, and you are in prayer. Be in prayer. Yes.
Susan also said she was given a flower and a pearl necklace and gave a smile.
A flower, a pearl necklace, and she gave a smile. So the flower, did she say what kind of flower? Okay. So this is letting you know you've already grown and you're blooming. Allow yourself to just see where you come from. You've come from a hard place and now you're in a much better spot. So honor yourself for the journey that you've been on. So what else did she do?
It's crap. I just got rid of it.
Sorry.
She gave a smile.
A smile. You
Yeah.
gave a smile. Okay, so this is about knowing that the joy that you have in your heart is affecting everyone. Even though we're not in close proximity to one another and we're not in groups and all that sort of thing, the energy vibration of the joy and love that you have is emanating from your being and changing the world. Be the smile that you are. Be in that state of being.
And her smile is huge compared to what it was a few years ago.
Phil is just saying that, Susan, your smile is huge compared to what you a few years ago. You know, you could smile, but it didn't come from your heart. Your eyes didn't dance. Yeah. Now when you smile, your face smiles, your eyes smile, your heart smiles. And that's powerful. That's very uplifting to others in the world. And the world needs that right now. So keep smiling.
Mm-hmm. And Marlena, she received a metal dog tag.
Metal dog tag.
And gave a multicolored painted paper butterfly.
Multicolored painted paper butterfly. So the dog tag. I got this. The flash on this one was really strong. So this is about knowing who you are. Who are you? God knows who you are. Do you know who you are? Your dog tag tells the world who you are, what your blood type is. That's what your dog tag is for. It's for identification purposes. This is letting you know God knows who you are. And you know who you are. And it's time to share that with the world. And you can do that. And you already are doing that. The multicolored painted butterfly. This is about creativity. Butterflies flit. They don't power through something. They flit. So this allows you to just do what you're doing in the moment and be beautiful in that moment, and then do the next thing and be beautiful in that and expansive and creative in that. Because the world needs creativity right now. This world needs this beautiful sense of lightheartedness and not being attached to an outcome and not being stuck in sorrow and pain, but the beauty of the moment. So be that, do that. And that's shifting the energy of the world. So thank you for that. Anybody, anything else?
Sandy said a black onyx with a white light energy out into the universe and gave it to the angels that spread it back to the earth.
So black onyx is about grounding, and then the light within it is about that divine connection. So you received it, you own it, you know it, and by sending it out in the universe, the angels are going to bring it back, because that's what we as a humanity are looking for right now. So thank you for that. So we're probably just about out of time here. One more maybe?
Sure. Quintilia gave the word love.
Gave the word love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Be love, experience love, express love. By holding that love in your heart space with that tender awareness, that shifts the vibration of everything. And we need, by sending that out, that necessity, that craving for that, people have access to that. And they can be uplifted and encouraged if they move into a place of seek. Seek and you shall find. It's there. So be the love that you are. Thank you. Anything else that you're on? What, Phil?
Oh, just we had a couple more. It's up to you.
Sure. I'm open to a couple more. You open to a couple more?
Okay. Valerie said she received music and gave music.
Music. Again, music is this vibrational energy. So who said that?
Valerie.
Valerie. So as you're receiving this music, this energy vibration, notice that it shifts your energy vibration to a higher energy. And as you send that out into the universe, then others can be uplifted as well. So giving and receiving that music is powerful. So we all have a sacred song. Did you know that? Your sacred song is different than my sacred song. But if I'm singing my sacred song, you awaken to your sacred song. If you're singing your sacred song, others can awaken to their sacred song. And we're all in a harmonic. We're not the same note, we're not the same tune, but we all create this harmonic that uplifts us all. So sing on. Sing that sacred song.
One more.
Yes.
It's from Rochelle.
Yes.
I got a feather and a golden crown and gave the golden crown, now illuminated and expanded.
Okay. So the feather is about being uplifted again. So you have this state of awareness where you feel uplifted, do you not? So allow yourself to take that on and receive that. And they're acknowledging that for you. You already have that. The golden crown is self-authority. You know who you are. You know where you're going. You know what you're doing. This enlightened crown that you're giving away is allowing you to know that each person in this universe has their own authority, their self-authority, that they're following their own heart. Right, wrong, good, or bad, they have the power of choice. Often when people get stuck in fear and they get stuck in anxiety, the power of choice vanishes because they don't think they have choice. They don't think they have anything, and they're feeling very powerless. So you're empowering others. You're allowing others to find that empowerment for themselves again and walk their sacred path with grace and peace and joy. Thank you.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. Am I forgetting anything else that I need to be telling people?
Probably. But it's okay.
So
there's always something more.
There's always something. If you have additional...
How does she do this? She's been doing this for 22 years, and she always has stuff. And if you notice, most of it's never written down. She can't remember 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's just opening that channel. That's how it's done. And you could do it too. If you have other comments or questions, post them here, and I will look at them throughout the day. And even if you're not watching right now, those comments will be reviewed, and I can get back to you. Okay?
I'm gonna go have angel food cake.
What else do I want to tell you?
Wednesday.
If you have, Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesdays, Wednesday Wisdom.
Wednesday Wisdoms.
So we hope to be doing this again Wednesday evening, not this whole thing, probably more like a half an hour.
Yeah, half hour.
On Wednesday evening at 6:30. If you click, there's some sort of a thing you click on your screen there that will give you notification so that anytime we go live, you'll get notified of that. So you might want to do that, and that will link you up to that Wednesday evening. Okay?
Cool.
I'm still feeling like there's something else I need to be saying.
Go outside, enjoy the beautiful day.
Please
It's
do.
gorgeous.
Wherever you are.
Just go outside and go,
We love you.
Love you too.
Happy birthday, Phil.
Thank you. Bye.